Welcome. It's the Art Decode and I'm Mila Diamond. Today I want to talk about something very human. It's the need to be heard. Not just listened to, but truly heard. And how art, music, and creativity become language for that. Because sometimes words are not enough, and sometimes we don't even have the words. Every person has a need to be seen, to be understood, to feel that their inner words matters. But in reality, this doesn't happen often, and we know it. We speak, but we are interrupted, and my God, I do it so often, and I try not to do it, but it happened, and it's happened to everyone. We explain, but we are misunderstood, and it happened too. We try to explain something, but another person really don't understand what we are talking about. And we feel, but we don't always know how to express it. And slowly, something builds inside us. Emotion, thoughts, silence. There are things we cannot explain logically. Feelings that don't fit into sentence. And this is where art begins. Art is not always about beauty. It's about expression. A painting can say what person cannot. Melody can hold emotions we don't understand. Creative art can release something we don't even know we are carrying. Music, art, creativity, they are different forms of language. And that's about I want to talk today. But these forms of language, it's like they do the same things. It's a different forms of language, but they totally do the same things. And just think about it. They translate the invisible into something we can feel. When you listen to a song and suddenly feel understood, that's not coincidence. When you stand in front of painting and something inside you shift, that's connection. It means someone, somewhere felt something similar and turn it into form. And maybe now I talk a little bit about music because I'm songwriter, I'm singer, and it's my form. It's really something. It's my form of language to speak with this world, to speak with another people, to be heard. And I hope through my songs people find something that it's like very close to their feelings. And yeah, I really try to be heard too through my songs. I really try, and it's my form of language. And but sometimes being heard doesn't mean someone responds. It means someone feels. Art creates that silence. A space where you don't need to explain yourself. A space where your emotions are allowed to exist. And in that moment, you realize you are not alone. Yeah. And it's so incredible. And that realization, it's powerful. I in this podcast, I just it's about not only mine, but about my feeling. And I wanted that everyone who listen this podcast and who feel like I am not heard, find your way through this podcast, through this like episode. Find your way to be heard through art, through music, through like another creation. We all want to be heard, and it's true, and it's real life. But not everyone find the right words. That's why we create, that's why I create, that's why I'm songwriter and I singing and I record my song and I like want to be heard. That's why we paint, that's why we write, that's why we make music actually. Not just to show something, but really to realize something. And maybe someone will feel it, and that will be enough. This was Art Decode with Mila Diamond. It was my thought loud out. Let's keep looking deeper.